A chill runs down your spine. Your heart pounds in your chest. You can't look away. A clown stands before you, its painted smile a grotesque mockery of joy. The fear is primal, instinctive. It burrows deep within your soul. You are not alone. Coulrophobia, the fear of clowns, haunts the minds of countless individuals. But what lurks beneath the surface of this chilling phobia? Why do these seemingly whimsical figures evoke such visceral dread? The answer lies in the shadows, in the space between laughter and terror, where the familiar twists into something sinister and unknown. It's in the exaggerated features, the painted-on smiles that never quite reach their eyes. It's in the unpredictable nature, the potential for chaos and mischief that lurks beneath the surface. The fear of clowns is not merely a childish fear to be outgrown. It's a primal instinct, a warning from the deepest recesses of our minds that something is not right. Coulrophobia. The very word sends shivers down the spine. It's a fear that manifests in different ways: a racing heart, cold sweats, difficulty breathing. For some, it's a mild unease. For others, a crippling terror. Imagine this: a child's birthday party, balloons, cake, and a clown, but instead of laughter, there's only fear. The child shrinks back, tears welling up in their eyes. The clown's painted smile seems to widen, becoming a grotesque, menacing grin. This is coulrophobia, a very real and debilitating condition. It's not just about being afraid of clowns. It's about the fear they represent, the loss of control, the unknown, the potential for chaos and harm lurking beneath a veneer of cheer. Symptoms manifest in physical and emotional ways. Panic attacks, nausea, and dizziness are common. The mere thought of a clown can trigger anxiety and dread. For those who suffer from coulrophobia, the world can be a terrifying place. Every corner could hide a painted face. Every shadow could conceal a sinister grin. Clowns haven't always been harbingers of fear. Their origins can be traced back centuries to court jesters and traveling performers. They were meant to entertain, to bring laughter and joy. But even in their earliest incarnations, there was a dark undercurrent. Jesters often served as social commentators, using humor to critique the powerful. Their laughter masked a subtle threat, a reminder that things were not always as they seemed. Over time, this duality began to take on a more sinister aspect. The clown's mask became a symbol of hidden identities, of something lurking beneath the surface. Think of the commedia dell'arte, the Italian street theater tradition. Harlequin, with his mischievous grin and penchant for trickery, embodied this duality. He was both amusing and unsettling, his actions a constant reminder that appearances could be deceiving. This historical context is crucial to understanding coulrophobia. Clowns have always existed in a liminal space, between laughter and fear, entertainment and unease. The human mind is a complex and often contradictory organ. We are drawn to the familiar, yet we crave the thrill of the unknown. This duality is at the heart of our fascination with and fear of clowns. Psychologists believe that coulrophobia stems from the uncanny valley. When something appears human but not quite, it triggers unease and revulsion. Clowns' exaggerated features fall into this uncanny valley. They are recognizable as human, yet distorted, creating dissonance. The clown's mask hides their true identity, thoughts, and emotions. This anonymity can be unsettling, making us question their motives. Are they friend or foe, benevolent entertainer or sinister trickster? The uncertainty preys on our primal fears of the unknown. Their unpredictable nature and mischief strike fear into many. Their laughter, meant to amuse, becomes a mocking reminder of our vulnerability. The silver screen has become a breeding ground for our deepest fears, and clowns have taken center stage in this macabre circus. Hollywood understands the primal terror these painted figures evoke, and they've masterfully exploited this fear for decades. One need only look at the iconic Pennywise from Stephen King's It. This malevolent entity, lurking in the sewers, preying on children's deepest fears, has become synonymous with the horror genre. The image of Pennywise, with his grotesque grin and blood-red balloon, is seared into the minds of a generation, a chilling reminder that even the most innocent of objects can be twisted into something terrifying. But Pennywise is not alone in his reign of terror. From the Joker's maniacal laughter in The Dark Knight to the chilling performance of Captain Spaulding in House of 1,000 Corpses, clowns have become synonymous with chaos, violence, and madness. These cinematic portrayals tap into our deepest fears, amplifying the existing unease surrounding clowns and transforming them into the stuff of nightmares. Stephen King's It weaponized the fear of clowns, resonating on a primal level. Pennywise embodies the darkest aspects of childhood fears. He preys on innocence, exploiting childhood vulnerabilities. Even in safe spaces, darkness can lurk. It taps into real trauma associated with clowns. It gave a face to these fears, legitimizing the fear of clowns. Coulrophobia isn't confined to the realm of fiction. History is replete with real-life examples that blur the line between entertainment and terror. Take, for instance, the infamous case of John Wayne Gacy, the killer clown who terrorized Illinois in the 1970s. Gacy, a seemingly normal man who often performed as Pogo the Clown at children's parties, was unmasked as a serial killer responsible for the deaths of over 30 young men. The juxtaposition of Gacy's cheerful clown persona with the horrifying reality of his crimes sent shockwaves through the nation, further cementing the clown's transformation from a symbol of laughter to one of dread. While Gacy's case is an extreme example, it highlights the dark potential that lurks beneath the surface of these seemingly innocuous entertainers. The clown's mask, meant to amuse, becomes a chilling reminder that evil often hides in plain sight, concealed behind a veil of normalcy. The uncanny valley, a term coined by roboticist Masahiro Mori, describes our aversion to things that look almost human but not quite. Clowns, with their exaggerated features and distorted humanity, fall squarely into this unsettling territory. Their painted smiles, meant to convey joy, instead appear grotesque, frozen in a mockery of human emotion. Their eyes, often hidden behind layers of makeup, lack the warmth and connection we instinctively seek in human interaction. This dissonance between the familiar and the strange triggers a primal unease, a sense that something is not right. Our brains struggle to reconcile the clown's human-like appearance with its unsettling deviations from the norm, leading to a feeling of revulsion or even fear. This uncanny valley effect is amplified by the clown's unpredictable nature. Their movements are often exaggerated, their behavior chaotic and unpredictable. We lose the ability to anticipate their actions, leaving us feeling vulnerable and exposed. The fear of clowns is a deeply ingrained cultural phenomenon with roots in history and psychology. Clowns will continue to haunt our imagination, lurking in shadows and exploiting our fears. Their hidden identity and unpredictable behavior allow us to project our deepest fears onto them. The media perpetuates their image as harbingers of horror. From Pennywise to the Joker, these characters remind us of the dark potential beneath the clown's painted smile. The eyes are the windows to the soul, unless, of course, those eyes are hidden behind a painted mask. The clown's gaze, often obscured by makeup or exaggerated by prosthetics, becomes a focal point for our fear. We are hardwired to seek connection through eye contact, to gauge emotions and intentions through the subtlest of glances. But the clown's gaze offers no such reassurance. It is a vacant stare, devoid of warmth or empathy, leaving us to grapple with the unsettling uncertainty of what lies beneath. This lack of visual cues amplifies our sense of unease. We are left to imagine the emotions that might be swirling behind those painted eyes. Amusement, mockery, or something far more sinister. The clown's gaze becomes a mirror, reflecting our own deepest fears and anxieties back at us. And so we find ourselves locked in a terrified gaze with the unblinking eyes of fear, caught in a perpetual loop of unease and dread. The clown's stare becomes a haunting reminder that sometimes the things we cannot see are the things that frighten us the most. Thank you for spending a little bit of time in Prime World. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, because homie don't play that.